This video will kinda be a tutorial on how to make your Roblox run better. This will also have a section for Arsenal, which will be kinda short. It will just showcase how after my tweaks it will run. So first of all, you might want to look into optimizing your Windows, well, debloating it. If you have just regular Windows, you can look up something like Win11 debloat. Give it a second to load. You can use something just like the default mode. It will remove things like Paint 3D, the Xbox app, and such things, so be advised. After that, uh, while we are talking about the system, you can go to settings, add in system, and about, go to advanced system settings. This is if your computer is really bad. And in here, click adjust for best performance. This will turn off a lot of animations, a lot of anti-aliasing as you can see, and this can actually improve performance, for example on a computer like mine. After you have done system optimization, uh, as an option, if you have a computer that supports it, you can overclock, but do not do it if you are unexperienced. This can harm your computer if you overdo it. For example, I have gotten like a pretty good overclock on my processor from 4 gigahertz to 4.3, but at 4.4 it just crashes and is unstable. And overclocking can't do any harm in theory if you don't mess around with the voltage, but still, be careful if you decide to overclock. There's a lot of tutorials on YouTube how to overclock your computer, so if you're interested in overclocking, just look up some tutorials on it. For example, there's MSI Afterburner, there's overclocking in the AMD software, as I can show you here under performance and tuning. This is how to overclock your graphics card. Overclocking your processor is through the BIOS, but regardless, how about optimizing Roblox itself? Uh, there's not much you can do with the regular client, but I will say that graphics card quality 1 has the lowest quality of them all, obviously, but it has low render distance and low texture quality. But 3 3 is the best option I have for something like shooters. It has decently high render distance, and the quality of the textures is kinda medium, I'd say. Also, they have shaders and reflections, such things kept really basic from my experience. But if that's not enough, you can download something like Plexity or Fish Trap or Voice Trap, or what other options are there, like Blockstrap, whatever, basically whatever supports adding fast flags. So after you download Plexity or whatever you decide on, you can use something like a pre-made config file for fast flags. They can improve ping. They they can improve ping to a certain point. Like if your network connection is bad, there's nothing that can change it. But what can fast flag change is, for example, if your ping is already good, like sub 10 milliseconds, but you get like 300 milliseconds in Roblox, fast flags can help. For example, they helped me go from 300 milliseconds of ping to around 100, and that helps a lot. In Plexity, for example, there's pre-made config files. For example, pix FFFLAG. I don't know how to pronounce it, but if it's not enough, I'll provide my config file for Blockstrap and such. This basically turns everything to the minimum or straight up turns it off. Textures are still in there to a degree, but everything is just insanely low quality. This actually gave me quite a good performance boost on my terrible computer, so I'll put it in the description in a Google Drive link. After you have done all that, in game there's really not much you can do. Oh yeah, I forgot something. As you play Roblox, you should turn, well, close all of the background apps like Discord, Chrome, whatever apps you have open. Also, you may have some background tasks open, so I advise also right clicking on the taskbar, which is here, and going to Task Manager. And then here, you can right click on any of these four and click on GPU. This shows your graphics card usage, and this shows your processor usage. And what you should do here is just look at the text that uses the most CPU, the most memory, or the most GPU, and close it, unless it's something like Desktop Windows Manager or System. Those are system tasks, and you should never close them. I mean, if you were even able to. In my case, the most, intensive task for me is OBS Studio. My computer is not good, so this is explainable. Also, Desktop Windows Manager. That's probably because I'm recording as well. So after you have done all this, let's show you how it works in Arsenal Revival. Give it a second. If you have something like this happen on this one, just give it a while. It can sometimes not load in. Like, actually, but yeah, with the fast flags, this graphics quality doesn't do anything from my knowledge. But I settings just to ensure that I have the best. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. I'll maybe actually I have one more thing to say. there's a certain point where you cannot do anything to improve your performance. So after a certain point, you have to because maybe I'll make a tutorial on how to pick parts, on how to upgrade your computer. That'll be so bye bye for now.